Guys, it gets us time to get this video done because every time I post an image, there's 90 questions, a billion things, people bitching about water. Look, talked to Sean at Stryker. He wanted to send me an antenna. Wanted me to beat the piss out of this antenna. See what I thought. All right, there it is on the back of the CRV. On the back. Why the hell did you put on the back, Dave? Well, because I wanted to pound the piss out of this antenna through the woods. Take my dog through the woods twice a day. A little concerned. You know, I've had my Wilson pop off on me. This appears to have the same type of base as the Wilson 1000. Okay. Guys, the antenna is not filled with water. We have had 5 storms here in the past 2 weeks in Pennsylvania. Okay. Big freaking storms. Yesterday, the storms come down to like sheets of water. This antenna is dry. This is a second revision from what I've told. They've worked very hard to clear up the water issues. Also, if you have an A10 with water issues, open up a ticket on their website. Let them make it right. All right? So, here's your Stryker A10 antenna. These holes are, well, for two purposes, I guess. You could see if you do get water in there, I guess it'll be number 1. Number 2, there is an LED light in here. When you key up your radio on AM, when you key the radio on AM, this will light up blue. When you key up and modulate on sideband, it will light up. You're not taking power off the antenna. It's using the stray RF inside the coil to light the light. And you guys out there with test equipment, okay? You'll run a BNC cable to your oscilloscope or to your analyzer. You're not taking power off the coax, okay, or off the transmitter. You're using stray RF to run those items. So, same concept, okay? It's not like this takes a big amount of power off when you transmit to light up. So, let's get that out of the way. Number 2, where these two come together when you first get it. This bottom is loaded with dielectric grease. You could leave it in there if you wish to. You could wipe it out. All right? The base also does not come with all kind of wrinkled up crappy foil like a lot of other antennas. This base is smooth. Okay, nice smooth base. No wrinkles, no BS on the base. They worked very hard on the second revision of this antenna. My roof is not scratched up for the antenna. That's stuff that's already been there for years. This is an old vehicle, okay? Again, I put it on the back of the vehicle because I wanted to see if I can get this thing to fly off going through, okay? Going through trees. All right, I take my dog twice a day in the back of the vehicle for a run. It was a good test. So there's your Stryker A10. It comes with a real nice whip. Okay. You have your you have a bolt here for this, and you have 2 bolts on the side to hold your whip. My whip came very long. I was tuning like 26.2, 26.3 with the whip. So I just kept taking 1/8 of an inch off at a time and burying it. Take 1/8 of an inch off and burying it, tighten 1 screw until I got it mid-band. Then put this in, put 1 in, make sure you're okay on your analyzer, Loctite it, put the second one in, Loctite it, you're good. You can Loctite this one as well. Okay, so it's got the LED light. They worked very hard to improve the waterproofing on the antenna. Got very fine, decent coax on it. Okay, that's got your small PL to large PL adjuster, so when you go ahead to run it through the vehicle, you can take the tip of the PL off and run your little piece under the carpets and put the PL on when it gets by the radio. Very long cable. The whip was over 60 inches long stock, and you know, it's cut down now. I don't give you a measurement now because your vehicle is going to be different. But I have beat the hell out of this thing for a couple weeks now. I haven't made this video because it was still pretty much in testing phase. You know, I wanted to see if I can get it to knock off the roof going through trees and stuff like that, if it was going to hold. I wanted to see if I was going to get water in here, which I did not get. Like I said, so far it's been 100% for me. Things may change in the future. Things get old. Things happen. I have not gotten any water in this antenna. I even put this coax cable connection facing forward to see if water would get in as we're driving. So far I got nothing. So all you guys are concerned about water and stuff, if you do have an issue with the old ones, contact Stryker. Let them make it right with you. Coax is fine. This is a Honda CR-V. We're going from the back all the way through the side over here, all the way through the side of the car, and then up and under the dash. So there's your Stryker A10. So far, again, it's been a 100% for me. This is the one they really worked hard to resolve water issues on, and my end is dry after 2 weeks. Shoot and skip with it. SWR has been stable. No problems at all on my sample. So that's your Stryker A10. Is it worth the $100? That's up to you guys. You know, I've seen people spend double on something that has such a narrow band. It talks 3 channels once you tune it, and that's it. So this is giving me a 1.2 to 1.3, 1.4 across the mid 40s. You know, 1 to 40, which is very, very good. I did post pictures of that. Nice antenna. Like I said, the light show is a bonus. I wasn't even told about it lighting up. I was just talking the one night to my son who was outside the vehicle, and somebody broke in on the CB. I reached in and grabbed the mic and talked while I was still out, and I seen a little flash, and I went, what the heck's going on? And yeah, the antenna lights up when it transmits. So, all right, guys, I don't know what else to say. The magnet mount version's been holding good for me. I haven't got any water in it. You know, it comes with its own Allen key. It comes with the weather cover. It comes with dielectric grease on the 2 connections. So, you know, for me, it's been 100% for the past 2 weeks, and I'll continue to beat the hell out of it in the woods. And you know, twice a day we go in the woods, take the dog for a walk, and we drive through trees, brush, and stuff like that with it. And it's just stayed on. I mean, use common sense. You're not going to go through the woods 90 miles an hour, but you know, your average speed going on a path slowly. It hasn't popped off yet, which I didn't think it would. It has a good strong magnet on it. So that's my take, my 7-minute take on the Stryker SR-A10M antenna. To me, so far, it's a winner. And believe me, I've always been honest. If something was junk and I've beaten something up for 2 weeks and haven't had an issue with it, or had an issue with it, I would tell you, look, this is what happened to me after 2 weeks. It's shit. So far, we've been good. So do some research yourself, but that's what I got on this model. No problems.